Hello, 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 everybody. How y'all doing? Happy Monday to everybody. Y'all come on up in here, get in here. Hope y'all having a good day so far. Thank y'all so much for joining the live. Greatly appreciate each and every one of y'all. Y'all come on in. Make sure you hit that good like, share, and subscribe button for your girl. And if you are catching this on the replay, welcome and thank you so much for that. Greatly appreciate you. Make sure you hit that like, share, and subscribe button. Make sure you got that notification bell turned on so you know each and every time that I go live. Thank you. We'll be right back. y'all. Hope y'all having a good day. I don't even know what this 10-minute mark is about, but not today, not today, not today. To my moms, hello and welcome. Thank y'all so much for popping in and joining the live. Greatly appreciate you so much. Miss Maria, Miss Sexy Diva, thank you for all that y'all do. Greatly appreciate it. Miss Maria says, good afternoon, squad. She said it's a G thing. Join the live. It's a vibe. Tap the screen. It don't cost a thing. Help us grow, subscribe, support. $ G Strickland 8 and share. Join the squad for $2.99. Enjoy. Thank you for that. She says house rules. No CC's names, initials only. Use creative spelling for the person. Use nicknames for the strike happy. Over here, we agree to disagree. Respect for discourse only. All is alleged. Thank you, Miss Maria. Miss Sylvia says, hey, Miss Sylvia, welcome. How are you? Hey, Miss Sonia, beautiful. She says, hello, everyone. Hello, Miss Sexy Diva Mama. Thank you for popping in. Greatly appreciate you. Miss Faith says, good evening, everyone. Praying for all of us. Absolutely, Miss Faith. Thank you so much for that. Greatly appreciate you. Miss Sonia says, hi, at Maria, Sexy Diva, and Miss Faith and Sylvia. Yes. Miss Sexy Diva says, hello at Maria and Sonia. Yes, hey y'all, how y'all doing? Hope y'all having a good day. Child, the heat is on. Child, that's all I can say, child. It is roasting out there, child. You can cook an egg probably out there. I know where Miss Sexy Diva is. You probably can fry an egg or two. Child, but yeah, the heat is on out there, child. You know, we're gonna be in July in just a little bit. And then come that good old month of mine, that August month, child. So the heat is sure enough about to be turned up and on up over here. So, child, let's just jump on in here, get on up in here, and get on up off of here for today. Thank you, Miss Faith, for this, child. Got a little taste of some Huntsville news, child, down there, child. I'm gonna tell you what I was gonna say afterwards, but I kept reading it, so I said, not, I guess we didn't get so lucky. But anyway, anyhow, it says a Huntsville man struck an unalived wife with vehicle after argument. Authorities say a 45-year-old Huntsville man has been charged with murder after authorities say he struck his wife with a vehicle following an argument. Child, y'all better get up out of this here DV situation, child. It is not worth it, child. It said the incident happened Sunday at about 9:50 p.m. in the 700 block of the Davis Road in New Market, according to the Madison County Sheriff's Office, child. It says deputies responding to a 911 call found a woman with critical injuries consistent with being struck by a vehicle. The woman, later identified as Maria Salas, 31, transported to Huntsville Hospital, where she later died after her injuries. Child, he must have hit the pedal on that thing right there. It says investigators said Salas was originally driving a vehicle with her husband, Garland Rockwood of Huntsville, when the two began arguing. Salas then pulled over to the roadside, where the incident continued outside the vehicle, according to the sheriff's office, child. Investigators believe Lockwood then got behind the wheel and struck Silas. Child, he said, I'm about to get that. Child, I cannot. Uh, uh, it says Lockwood has been charged with murder, domestic violence, and is being held without bond in the Madison County Jail. This tragic incident is a stark reminder of the devastating impact of domestic violence, the sheriff's office said in a statement. That is so sad to hear, especially if these two has any kids, child. It is a tragic, Miss Maria. For the people that DV stuff is nothing to play with. Oh, hold on, y'all. I'm still here, y'all. But yes, yeah, that is a tragic. People need to stop taking this domestic violence situation for a likely child. I know I lost someone in my family through domestic violence. So yeah, please keep Miss Denise and family in prayer. Miss Maria says, "How tragic." Miss Maria says, "A sexy diva." Hey, my sister Maud. Hey, girl. Hey. Miss Maria says, "Prayers up for Miss Denise." Oh, okay. Y'all, I'm multitasking, y'all. I am multitasking. Um, yeah. And on the other hand, child, on the other hand, y'all get yourself out of these here bad situations, child. Get out of it while you can, child. It's just not worth it. It's not worth it losing your life. Y'all see how fast that happened? Riding down the road, probably arguing over who ate the last piece of chicken. Child, I don't know if they was or not. I'm just saying, little stuff like that get stuff kicked off and blown all out of proportion. It just become bigger than what it really is. So prayers up to her family as well. Prayers up to her family. Moving forward, child. Y'all know that little girl that down there with Gail King that day that had that there interview with her and along with another girl child down there with that there R to the killer that's trying his best to say, can y'all please let me go home? They ain't about to let him go home, child. They're not about to let him go home. But child, some people say this right here was AI, child. I don't know. This AI stuff is becoming it's getting to be ridiculous at this point. So much is going on. I don't know, Miss Faith, what's wrong with Miss Denise. Um, so much is going on out here in this world, child. It's just a mess. But anyway, the young lady name is Joseline Savage. She went live to let the people know that she is 29 years old and will be 30 next month, and that she has been with R. Kelly for 10 years. Child, it sounds like another cold hen already. And she goes to she goes to see him every week, every weekend. She goes on to say that she asked him to marry her. Y'all heard what I said? She asked him to marry her. I heard somebody ask this man that when I was in North Carolina. My question for y'all: when a female asks to when a female asks to marry a man, do y'all feel like it snatched that manhood away or something like that? I don't know. I'm just asking. That's something y'all can ponder on. I think it do, child. You let him ask you why you well. Anyway, child. She done asked him to marry her, child. So don't believe nothing that her parents come out and say. She said that she is not a victim of nothing. She says she is a grown woman, and if she wanted to talk to her parents, she would. And I just said to the little thing, but then have at it, child. I don't know if it's AI, I to the A, because them there people be popping out, child. They all over the place. I'm not really sure. But that's what the girl done popped out here and want the good people to know. So don't y'all be worried about her child, because she is just fine. I guess she been about needing some new ties in a few minutes, going down there to Butner, North Carolina, every weekend. Child, I don't know. You got one of them there RVs like Sonya got, and you just parked out there over there across the street from the prison, girl. Which one are you doing? Child, if you like it, I love it. But them baby, go ahead and tell you. They did say that he's been in for 6 years now. Baby, he still got a long way to go. He still got 25 years to go, baby. Child ain't about to be waiting that long, child. Oh, and she wants to start a family with him as well. Miss Maria says, I don't think so. I don't see anything wrong with it now. Getting down on one knee with a ring is a bit much, in my opinion. Child, I ain't about to be asking a man. I wish I would. I ain't about to be doing that, Miss Maria. Sorry, not sorry. No, man. Mm. But child, that's what she want the people to know, child. that she's all right. She's just fine. Don't know her location. That ain't none of our business as well. But I guess she more or less shouting out to her mom and dad. She said she got a cell phone. If she wanted to call her parents, she'd call them. So, maybe they got a little taste of stuff going on that we, the people out here on the other side, we are unaware of it, child. Miss Faith says the Bible say he who find a wife find a good thing. Let me read that again. Miss Faith says the Bible say he who find a wife find a good thing. It ain't said nothing about no child. I'm gonna let her go ahead and do what she do. Miss Maria says I saw a piece on TV about women who were standing outside of the local jail with what's that sign age, including their names and phone number. Hopefully, I can't see that. Mm-mm-mm. Phone number, hoping an inmate or two will call. Child, I wish. Miss Maria, I don't know why you be cutting up in that chat like that. It's too hard to be standing out there with a diagrammatic sign trying to get one of them inmates in there to get with them, child. I don't know if they're gonna get a chance because them there are females and the guard or either the vice versa. The child they in there knocking boots all night long and stuff like that. Child, the cheering up in there part to be working. That thing we know they about 9 months pregnant. I said, well, wait a daggone minute. How did that happen, child? When the lights go off, I guess the people get the creeping, child. Baby, you better be careful about doing that, child. You mess around, get knocked up in the head a couple of times, and you know that the inmate get away, child. That's gonna be your job, your A, and your everything. I'm just trying to tell the people. I'm just trying to tell the people. I'm trying to tell the people. That's it. That's all. And it is what it is. But yeah, that's what's gonna happen. Miss Maria says there are also women who marry lifters. One of the Mendez brothers got married after about 10 years in prison. Well, I guess they say everybody needs somebody or whatever, child. But I'm not desperate, so I'm good on that. I don't wanna do that, child. They can have that part, Miss Maria. To each his own. Though they fell in love with somebody over yonder in prison or whatever, go ahead. But I was looking at something on YouTube just the other night. This man, he had spent 25 years in prison, and the lady waited for him, went to visit and waited and visited, and all of the above kind of stuff that goes along with that, child. Well, he did eventually get out, child. He got out, child, and they got the good love and knocking boots all night long, all that kind of stuff, child. That lady ended up with them their alphabets, child. A, H, I, and V. Joe did end up with them their alphabets, and he didn't tell her. He did not tell her about the alphabets, child, and it was too late, child. It was too late. I can't do that. Miss Faye says, "Do you all see Iran has sent a missile over here?" That's what they said, child. I meant to say at the beginning of the live, prayers up for all of us in the United States of America, child. Because if they don't get that daggone orange man up out of that there White House, child, whew, it's gonna be all kinds of stuff going on. I did hear that they was trying to impeach him to get his impeached orange ass up out of that there White House, child. But that's what them that folk get, child. The man is not in his right state of mind. He's delusional. He's grandiose. He thinks he knows everything. Nobody can't tell him nothing. So it is what it is. It is what it is. Miss Maria says, at Faith, I'm not surprised. Shaking my head, child. Not with him up in there, child. They say he about I read he said, let's burn it down, burn it down. Let's blow it up, child. We about at the end anyway, child. I don't know, but they better get rid of this dude, child. Hey, Miss Candy, how are you? She said the missiles were shot down over a Kuwait US military base. Quito. Yeah. Child. Yeah, they better hurry up and get rid of him. He said the missiles ain't gonna come and get him. They can get anybody else, but he got the people watching him, so he ain't too much worried about it, child. I guess, child. He ain't too much worried about it, and said it is what it is. Miss Candy says he is going to cause a lot of senseless deaths Hey everyone. Yeah, he don't care about that kind of stuff. That's Satan. See, he don't care. Miss Maria says I saw on 48 Hours that a woman who was pen pals with some random prisoner when he got out, he moved in with her, and within 1 year he had unalived her. I can believe that, Miss Maria. But see, a lot of times with that situation right there, y'all, we all are adults and we can keep it a buck. A lot of those people, um, when they get out of prison, they said it's a major adjustment um back to society. Like a cell phone. I be trying to figure out how is a cell phone so hard for them, but they say they're not used to it, but maybe way back when, but now I think they do have some kind of activities or some kind of gadgets or something they can use up in there, phones or something. I be seeing Nesto and Sonya over yonder on the virtual and all that kind of stuff. But child, they have to be careful. But yeah, they be out here and they don't really know what to do, and they've been in there for so long. They be like, I'm missing what they are used to. Hmm. Missing all of it, child. I'm just gonna put it on out there, missing all of it. Miss Maria says that Candy. She says, "What up, Doc?" Miss Candy says midterm elections are paramount this time. Everyone has to vote to change the House and the Senator. Child, yes. She says, "Hey, girl, hey, at Maria, child, Miss Candy, who you think will be our next person up to run for presidency?" Child, I can't see nobody wanting to go in behind this here orange man and try to clean up anything. Child, it's gonna take about 20 years to clean up what he done effed up. Child, and then they're gonna catch all the heat behind it. Hmm. They will catch all of the heat behind it. And it is what it is, child. I don't know. Child, it's a shame. That's what they wanted. They wanted him. Miss Maria says if you have been incarcerated since the 70s, you wouldn't even know what a cell phone or laptop is. Miss Candy says Gavin Newsom of California may be a good candidate. Child, with anybody. My grandson probably better than him right about now. I know my granddaughter, child, they can run this here country, child, do a whole lot better than what he doing. Maria says that Candy, I agree. Child, yes. Something special. But child, they talking about the Diddy trial. We're gonna move on. We can, y'all know how we do over here. Go back and forth or whatever. But y'all, why itty bitty Diddy ain't got not Nay Soul over there to speak on his behalf, child. They said the people about to wrap this here thing up, child. If not sooner than Friday, by Friday, child. Miss Faye says, I vote Maria for president. Girl, I second it. Child, I'm right behind it. Miss Maria, go ahead and run, child. We get out here with the signs and everything else we need, child. We will be out here, boots on the ground, Miss Maria. Yes, that part right there. But yeah, y'all, they said he ain't got not one soul. And it takes me back to what about your friends? Where your people at? All the people that love to party with you and get down with you and all of that kind of stuff. Where them people's at, child? I mean, I want to know. Miss Candy says, they are now finally going after Medicaid. It's already difficult. We have to do peer to peers with the insurance company pleading with them to cover the patients. Child, mm, mm. That is so sad. It really is. That is so sad. Miss Maria says that faith. Child, it is. That is just so terrible. And it's so sad, especially, I'm getting up in age myself, along with some more in here. But we work all our entire life and all that kind of stuff, child. Just looking forward to that day when you can retire and just really enjoy your life and do whatever you want to do, child. But I tell you, they ain't trying to help none of that. They're trying to make it harder and harder. And it breaks your heart when you walk into places like the Walmart and you see them elderly people standing up there. Some might have a cane in their hand, child trying to stand up to get them their hours just to survive. Y'all know that ain't right. That is not right. I couldn't be the president because I'm gonna be like, time you reach 50, child, go ahead and file for your stuff and make sure you be taken care of every month. That's it. That's all. I mean, I'm just saying, child, because the elderly people, they can't do a whole lot. Them people done worked all their life. A lot of people done been out there in the fields in the heat. Oh God, up and down those tobacco rows and pepper and cotton and all that kind of stuff, child. Those people, child, it's time. They need a break. They need a break, child. Child, I hope somebody get in there before I, sure enough reach the age of it, child. I'm just trying to hold on to it. Miss Maria says that Faith, I'd be trying to send the clear folk back to Europe. Child, not sending back up. Y'all, hey, look, hey, Miss Faith, all she need is me and you, Miss Candace, Sexy Diva up there in the White House with a child. We make sure everything get done. Child, we're gonna make sure everything is done. Miss Candy says if you ever have to go to a rehab or nursing home, Medicare pays for the health service, but Medicaid pays for the room and board. It can cost $7,000 to $10,000 a month per patient. Ooh, ah, mm, mm. That is so terrible. This man, who's his vice president? John be looking at that mess like that because it makes me depressed and all that. But there ain't none of these folks up in here got no sense, child. They ain't got now taste of sense. Miss Maria says that gee, y'all would be my cabinet. Yes, child. Yes, child. We're gonna make sure we got you, girl. We up in there. We're gonna get some things changed around and all of that kind of stuff, child. Because this man right here, child, he just buck wild for no reason. Just buck wild for no reason. But anyway, Miss Maria says that Candy Plus what DME when you go home. DM me when you go home, I guess. DM me when you go home. I guess that's what she's saying. Miss Candy says JD Vance is the vice president and he is a child. Can he not tell him anything? Well, it's not gonna do any good because you can open up your mouth and say what you want to say, but he's still gonna do what he want to do, child. Child, I don't know. It's just terrible. Miss Maria says the whole administration has to go, child. Yes. Miss Sexy Diva says tap that like button, please, and thank you. Consider joining for $2.99. It's a vibe over here. Thank you, Miss Sexy Diva. Appreciate you. DME is equipment, child. It's a hot mess. Trump, I don't like to look at Trump, child. Trump makes my blood pressure go up and my pressure go up and everything. Child, I can't have my pressure going up and that kind of stuff, child. Ms. Maria says durable medical equipment, wheelchairs, hospital beds, etc. Oh, child. Y'all don't really think he care about that stuff, do you? Trump said him and his family is covered and protected, child. He don't care about none of that stuff, child. He really don't. All I know, they just got to get out there and vote him out of there, get that man out of that place, because he didn't care when he was in there the first go round. Why they thought he was gonna care the second go round? Child, it's ridiculous. Yeah, but anyhow, child. Keep on praying, y'all. We just gotta keep praying for better days and hope and pray that nothing happens to us up over here, child. And it is so terrible. Trump, please go sit down. Go retire, child. As sick as they say he is, child, somebody else gonna have to step in because he gonna mess around and get real sick. He ain't gonna be able to probably talk and nothing else, child. So we just gotta keep praying, child. Keep on praying to the people, child. That's it, that's all. But we're moving on, child. Child, I was over yonder listening to Michelle and ATM or whatever that girl name be, child. She done called Portia out and threw her out there to the wolves, child. I said, die. Miss Candy says he has been impeached before, and they continue to vote him in. That's what I'm saying. They don't care. Miss Maria says he was impeached the first time around, but not removed. I'm surprised he hasn't pardoned himself. Not pardon himself, child. Like Miss Candy says that Maria, great minds think alike. Child, not pardon himself. Child, he said, you know what, peekaboo, these folks right here want to play with me. And they know I ain't got no daggone sense. They know I don't have no sense. They know I don't care. But they want me to keep on going up in the daggone White House, child. I go up in here and sit down at the big old, the table and everything, child. Listen to the folk run their mouth. But I probably take a nap, child. I'm just saying, I'm probably gonna be taking a nap, child. I could feel no ways tired about what's going on in this world. Child, that's Trump thought process, child. He don't care. But yeah, he does not. But child, the people done called that little tasty girl Portia out, child, done called the Portia out again, child. Is Portia gonna be everybody's storyline or what's really going on? Anyway, child, lady over there, Michelle, and child, she, Portia had to be careful what she says, what comes out of her mouth, knowing the people. Some bloggers are affiliated with Goombody Child. And it's be like her word against their word and vice versa, whatever, whatever. But child, yeah, they said that Portia done lied up on the oath, child. I said, not up on the oath. Child, y'all remember they said that Portia said she paid the man's child support. The wife, the ex-wife called and was telling Portia she hadn't received no money since Goombody had been over there with them ice cream people, child. I said, Lord have mercy, Jesus. Wait a daggone minute. Well, it's come to find out, child. The girl over there, Michelle, child, because she be talking to the Goombodies and all of that kind of stuff, child. Probably so because, she's down there with them. But anyway, child, that ain't even what happened. Let me tell y'all what they said had happened. The lady was letting Portia know, the boys were staying there, with Portia and Goombody and Portia's daughter, child. The child wanted some toy chest or something anyway. But that lady said she ain't called Portia about no child support, hun. She ain't, if she paid it on her own. 5K. I don't know what she trying to hope that comes up out of that lie she told child. I don't know. Her and Drew them birds of a feather flock together. Miss Face says Portia lied. That girl said that she didn't ask Portia for no money. That's what she said. Ms. Maria says he did fall asleep during a state meeting, and he fell asleep during Jimmy Carter's funeral. Child, he gonna go to sleep during the next thing that pop off too. Ms. Face says Portia lied in the court. Sure did. That's what the people saying. Ms. Maria says no. The ex said Portia paid. Yeah, that's what I said. But she said she didn't call and ask Portia for no money. That was not what it was. Portia did that on her own, but Portia was trying to make it out like she had to step in and rescue and save the day because Simon was with the ice cream people and she didn't know how long he was gonna be gone. Well, the word on the curb also, Portia said that you the one that had him put that way was that child. I mean, I don't know, make it make sense. But yeah, so she just stepped on in and mm-hmm. Child, if I was that lady, I'd be like, you know what, I don't feel no ways tired about that situation. I didn't ask her for it. She volunteered. And also, y'all, they said Simon wasn't even behind on his child support. So I don't know why that child sitting up in there on that courtroom lying to the good people, child. I don't get it, don't know. But that's what they said, child. He was lying to the good folks, child, and it is what it is. But yes. Hey, Miss Patricia T. She says, hey y'all. Hey, how are you? Happy Monday afternoon to you. Child, and the people also keep on saying real loud and proud. And Goombody not about to pay that girl no 40K, child. So, they say she over there with traders, baby. Maybe Portia can get out there and work hard and, between the Roa and Trader and her YouTube podcast, child, she might be all right, child, but she gotta bust that, what? Child, that house wouldn't even be worth it to me, child. I'd be like, sell this mess. Miss Candy says maybe Simon is not telling the truth. Vice versa, child. It could be one of maybe his ex-wife is not telling the truth. I mean, we don't know. We just heard what the girl said, but they call themselves coming back out doing a little taste of correction and all of that, child. I don't know. We want that, child. But that's what the ex-wife said. She did not call Portia asking her about no child support. She called her asking about a toy chest for one of them boys. How old is Simon boys? Do anybody know, child? Some of the boys were with Portia and Simon 50% of the time. I said, well, there you go. Child, I don't know. Simon ain't came out and said nothing about no child support, child. Simon said he don't feel no ways tired about that stuff, child. But Portia, baby, keep on working, cause I don't think this man is gonna be doing nothing um to help you. You probably look like you done broke his heart, child. I'm just saying. But child, did y'all see that show last night? That mess is getting on my nerves. I'd be so glad when this show go off. Miss Patricia, she says, I hardly doubt Simon give that vampire suckered a penny, child. He ain't about to give nothing, child. Miss Pay, he ain't about to give her nothing, child. He mad at her, child. You know how the men get when they get mad at you, child. They don't care if you're suffering or whatever, child. They be like, she'll figure it out. I ain't about to help her. Yeah, but I really think he's bitter behind all of this. Because y'all do know they said he didn't even know nothing about no divorce. But I did hear Portia a little taste in the courtroom, y'all. And Portia did sound like she was kind of lying, on some of that stuff. She really did, I'm my thoughts only. Miss Maria says that I think the ex is lying. Ooh, child. Sound like you trying to say she may have a little taste more feelings for Goombody, child. I don't know. But the what is it? The season finale next week, child, for that show. Child, it's gonna be pretty good. Seem like that man Charles. I knew that man didn't like that girl Angela, y'all. He was not affectionate towards her at all, child. If I got to stand up there and you supposed to be my husband and tell you to give me a kiss, hold my hand, I ain't about to be doing all of that stuff. I ain't never see that guy be wanting to do none of that, interact with that lady like that, child. She always gotta ask for it. And he be like, I'm on this damn TV show, so I might as well go ahead on pretend. But I'll be like, what you hiding from? But our partner, you got somebody else out there with moving forward, child. Speaking of having somebody else, child, they was out there eating Angela and the girls, and they supposed to be in family, child. Up pop this man talking about some you don't know me, but I know you. Oh, I said, wait, what? Child, he wanted Angela to know that your husband has been in my restaurant with another woman, child. Now you could have called her over yonder to the side or waited a little taste bud, child. The security people in there escorting him on by his business. But this coming up weekend, child, next week when it come back on, Charles is gonna speak to the man, child. I said, Lord have mercy, Jesus. Charles, I about to believe you is cheating though. Miss Candy says he can't kiss her on TV because the others may get jealous. See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about right there. And she had it playing all dumb like she don't know what's really going on. Girl, he ain't into you like that. Child, if you going on vacation with the girls, you doing your job or whatever, he know that's where you at. And you call and he ain't answering the phone. First of all, why is your mailbox full? I don't even be calling you like that. What's in your mailbox that you holding on to that I can't even leave a daggone message if I'm out there on the side of the road with a flat tire? Child, like it. I couldn't be fooling with him. Miss Maria says, think about it. What would Portia benefit from paying his child support? What I heard, the ex came out and said Portia paid the child support. What I heard is the ex came out and said Portia paid the child support. That's what I said. But she said it was being said that Portia said that the ex called her, but the ex came out and said she didn't call Portia about no child support. So that's what Portia had said in the courtroom. Miss Maria says Charles Oakley has always been a bastard, not a whole bastard, child. Child, he ain't no good looker. I don't know what she's about to lose her daggone mind over him for. He is not all of that. No ways, and not at all. That dude is not fine. But yeah, he ain't like he don't like that. He don't like her, child. I'm just on here letting people know he don't really care that much for her. He don't. So she just need to go ahead and move on. I don't know if she went home and told him because Charles be popping off. And that's what the men do, y'all, when they guilty. When they done got out there and got themselves caught up in a pickle and you approach them about something on that level, child, they get right ill and be ready to snap your head off. You wait a minute. Hey, Miss Carla, she says, hey, G Squad Maria in chat. Hey, girl, hey, how are you? Happy Monday to you. But yeah, that dude, he ain't never act like he was into that lady right there, child. I said, baby, stop embarrassing yourself on this TV. Miss Maria says that Carla, she says, hey, friend. Yeah, but that's what That's gonna be their finale next week, child. They little season finale coming up next week. Um, I said, poor thing. Um, don't feel no ways tired at all about that there either, because it don't take a rocket science to to know that you can feel the person's they vibes and they interaction toward you. But yeah, that dude, he ain't never like he cared about her getting kissed and all that kind of stuff. Girl, he did like Marcel Scott. He done went and told her it's for TV. It's for TV. I had to be on that show with her, but I'm still getting a divorce from her. It ain't even all that. Don't you get to tripping. Cause I ain't got time to be dealing with you and her. Both of y'all got the same altitude. I'm not about to do that. It is what it is. I done told you what's going on over there at the house. That's it. That's all. Come next season, child. If Angela come back on this show, child, he probably won't even be up there with her. I ain't gonna be up there with her. And child, the people up there in that girl Shamia, I know her name Shamia. Child, they want her to go somewhere, take several seats. That people was in her inbox telling her, you needs to go back to being just a friend of the show, baby, because you ain't working out too good. Child, I said, wait a daggone minute, child. Anytime the people get up over there in your inbox and that's what they be telling you, baby, you may need to go ahead on and take a little heed to it. Not everybody's gonna be cut out for TV. That's just it. That's all, child. But talking about how she uses Portia, child. All across the board. That's all we hear is Portia. Um, Miss Maria says, did y'all see just said Smollett is engaged to his partner Jabari? I glimpsed a little taste of that, Miss Maria. He's another one that needs to go lay on somebody's couch, child. Justice Smollett ain't child. Did he pay them? Did he have to pay the city back all that money? Child, it's crazy to tell self. Already up there on the TV and you sitting there. I cannot with him. Miss Patricia T says, I wouldn't get on TV knowing I have a cheating ass man. I hope she didn't think the show could save it. Child. Probably could. That's probably what she was thinking, child. She probably thought it was gonna save her, and that meant that child. It will not. It will not. Yeah, Justice Smollett, Miss Maria. Ain't that what the people call him? Justice Smollett. But yeah, I hope she didn't think that either. But that's what it looks like, child. So, God bless them on their journey and all that kind of stuff. And then Shamia, she was doing a lot of complaining, had the baby to the doctor and all that kind of stuff yesterday. And she says, I think Shamia does a lot of stuff for attention. It's a lot. It's a lot. What we know it's a lot. Hey, Miss Cheryl, how are you? She says, hello, Miss GS and everyone in the chat. Hey, beautiful, welcome. It is a lot, especially if one of your babies is sick, baby. It is a lot. It can be overwhelming. But yeah, they're talking about her husband is such a good man. He want a son, and she just want to give him a son. Well, baby, you living in that house. Go on over there and get you a couple of nannies to come in and help you so you don't be so tired. You be too tired, child, and you forget your wifely duties, child. He gonna be done messing around and slipped out of that house on you. I'm just trying to tell you, that's what we're having, child. He will slip up out of that house, child, and it be done. Be left up over there by yourself. Miss Maria, Patricia T says that Maria, I guess she had a FAAFO. Child, not all of that. Miss Candy says the baby really favors the surrogate. Ooh. Mm. Wow. Ooh, yikes. But yeah, she was doing all of that. But I just really feel like she need to get her some help to help her with those babies and stuff. Thank you, Miss Maria. She's gifted someone a membership. Nikki P. Nicole received a member. Thank you, Miss Maria, for your support of the channel. I greatly appreciate it so much. But yeah, child, it's a mess. I think Shamil need to come up off of that show and stay home and be there for her kids. You know how they be going on them trips and all that kind of stuff. When she go on the trip, she still is not happy. I had to leave my baby. Who want you out here on the trip with us? Nobody wants to keep hearing. No disrespect at all to the babies, y'all. Don't nobody take it that way. But they out there to have fun and stuff. You sitting up there worried to death about your babies. No, you need to stay home with your kids. I wouldn't be out there after them. Miss Carla says Shamir is going to mess around and Portia gonna get her man. Go to the corner, Miss Carla. Miss Maria says that Nikki, she says hello and welcome. Child, let Shamir keep on playing around if she want to. I think Portia a little pissed off at her anyway. Let her keep on messing around. See what happens. I bet you that's what's gonna happen. Portia said, I'll take your man. Child, they better be careful out there with Portia, child. She's a loose cannon. That's what the people down yonder in at the ATL is saying. But y'all, let's see, we got about 10, 15 more minutes. What y'all think about Diddy? Ain't got nobody, child. He ain't got nobody coming to his rescue, child. The $1 million team ain't about to call nobody up there, to represent speak up for him. Child, he ain't got nobody. Child, what? They getting about ready to go into the argument now. Miss Sexy Diva says Portia don't want Shamia man. Portia don't want Shamia man. Child, I don't know, Miss Sexy Diva. I ain't about to put that past Portia, child. I'm really not. I'm just really not gonna do that. Miss Maria says everybody ain't gonna just sit back and let Portia the snake take the man. Not take their man, child. Portia gonna mess around and get that good wig snatched up off her head. That's what's about to be happening to Portia if Portia don't go take several seats. I'm just saying to the people, child, shoot, Goombody down there done about to destroy her name in Nigeria. Then the people down here in the United States talking about over down there in Atlanta and all that kind of stuff. It's just a mess. Miss Maria says that Sexy Diva Portia want anybody man with $1. Oop. Not anybody man with $1. Child, Portia, baby, go on and take a little rest, baby. She might be tired, y'all. She has to be just a little bit tired, running around like that. There she got going on, and child. I know when you get a divorce, especially with somebody like Goombody that knows that they're girls down in Atlanta that be on these YouTube streets, child. I bet Portia be like, damn, they're gonna tell all the business, child. They just gonna put it all out there because they don't care for Portia. Miss Carla says Portia don't mind taking a man millions. Ooh, child. Miss Sexy Diva says Portia didn't take Simon. He put filing cheating ass out and happy her DM. Wait a minute, I can't see. Child, where did it go? I'm trying to move this thing. Cheating ass out and happened in her DM. Hopped in her DM. Well, I see Miss Sexy Diva. Some people said it was Simon that hopped in her DM, child. I don't know, child. I don't know. But what y'all think about that girl, Sweet Tea? She's supposed to be doing appearance on Raw next time around. If that's if the show come back on. She was speaking of that. Hey, my thought. She says, hey, everybody, just coming down from the bushes. Portia don't want the man. Ooh, child, what she say? Portia don't want the man. She wants the money, cars, and the house. Every man don't want her anyway. Back to the bushes. Child, ain't messing with you. Hey, my thoughts, and welcome. Happy Monday to you. Child, they said the Porsche, the rose to the Royce, that girl got, child, said that, the tags is expired on it, child. How you gonna be driving such an expensive car like that and your tags is expired? And they said the vehicle is leased and it's in Goombody's name. Portia, you weren't married for 2 days, girl. What was you thinking, girl? My goodness. Miss S. Diva says Simon hopped in her DM. Miss Patricia T says Portia coochie ain't popping like that. Oop. Girl, you ain't just call out the for JJ. Child, she done in the call out that girl for JJ. I cannot. That Nook can't keep a man, LOL. Not the Nook. I cannot with y'all. Girl, they done a child. Portia, baby, she just need to take her little rest, child. She done been doing too much. She need to go ahead and take a break. She really do. That's it. That's all. Child, I cannot. But yeah, she got the daggone car, but they said the tags are expired on it, and it's a lease car. But even if you got a lease car, y'all, you still got to make payments on it. You got to make payments on that car every month, just like it is you're buying the car. And the only difference is, you know, you got so much time to drive that car. But if you go over them good miles that they allotted you, that's gonna be your, you know what, child. You had to pay the cost for that, child. You had to pay for that, child. So Miss Candy says since the judge gave her the car, she can get the tags. I hope so, Miss Candy. Maria says that my thoughts. Hey, yeah. Well, hopefully she can. You know, if he get his child, he wouldn't be piling all them the big bills up on me, child. I'm not about to do it. You take that damn car and shove it up, yo. You know what? And I'm gonna go over here and get me a little taste of a Pinto, Mercedes, or something, child. I don't need all that. Miss Sexy Diva says, yeah, I don't believe it causes that's the same person that said the oop child, not the foreclosure. Where is it at? Same person that said the house was in foreclosure was a lie. Hmm. Mm. Well, you know, Miss Sexy Diva, you know, being over there and interacting and listening, you know, I can see that her lips can tell a good lie. I can see that too. You know, but you know, they be up there talking about I talked to Gumbadi, you know, this is what Gumbadi said. So, you know, it sounds like the people over there, they're not even willing to give that Portia a chance, child. It's like whatever Gumbadi say is golden. It is what it is. So, you know, that's what the people be running with. Cause for some reason, child, the people be saying Portia's a lie just as bad as Diagon Drew, child. That's what they said. He lied. She lies just as bad as Drew Sadora. Mm-hmm. I said, well, I would be darned, child. Portia just need to go ahead and take a seat, child, and get her a little rest and let the folks talk and let this here mess die down, child. Just let it die down a little bit. Stay away from over there in Nigeria, messing with them their folks and their husbands and all that kind of stuff, child. You think them men over there in Nigeria ain't got some women over there, child? Girl, please. Miss Maria says if Portia had any sense, she sell the house and the rose. She can get a pretty penny off that. She can buy a more affordable house and car. Um, and that's what I say to Miss Maria. She don't need all of that. Mm. Where's it at? And bank the rest. Yeah, I totally agree with that. But you know, they so busy trying to be flashy with the people. What's wrong with you going out there? You don't have to get child. Child, let me tell y'all what I think this morning. I seen they were showing off Cassie stuff, child. Cassie had a diagram of Rolls Royce. She had this Bentley, was it a Bentley? And I think some kind of Mercedes, all the cars. The cheapest one was like 130 some $1,000. She owns like 3 different houses. And I Miss Sexy Diva, I ain't trying to make you mad, child. And I thought about Miss Sexy Diva when I was seeing all of that, child. I said, well, damn. That girl said, I'm healed from all that abuse I went through, child. And now I'm about to live my best life, child. The houses was beautiful. The cars was beautiful. And all of that kind of stuff, child. But that mental is still jacked up, baby. You went through some stuff to get all of that right there. But they say Cassie's worth a good little taste of some millions, y'all. She worth some millions, child. I'm trying to tell you. I said, well, I would be darned. Cassie said, I might have been a fool, but I wasn't really a fool because, see, I got paid for my pain, child. That's what she said. She got paid for her pain and she got away. And she said, anybody, girl, don't you go back over yonder where that fool is, child, if he get out, child. I don't know. We in the final round now. So the people don't know which way this here mess is going to go with this here court stuff he got going on, child. So we just gotta wait and see. hmm We have to hold out and see what the end is going to be on that right there. But anyway, shout out to Portia. You know, Portia, keep on working, baby. Stay away from out there in Nigeria. Leave them that women or men alone over there in Nigeria. Cause baby, they got some females, baby. They really do. They ain't just laying around waiting on you to come through. That is not that it don't go like that, child. And if that's your mindset, please think another way. Cause it don't go like that. Miss Patricia T says, at G, you have heard the story of the Frenchman and his wife that will be a good discussion about those two toxic people. Also, the hairstylist drowned in Chicago over the weekend doing a black yacht. Ooh, child. How the world did the hairstylist drown? Child, let me move this thing out my way so I can see, make sure I can see it good. Not the hairstylist. Hmm. Let's see. The hairstylist who drowned in Chicago over the weekend doing black yacht. Child, what in the world? Must have been had a little taste too much to drink. Child, that is sad. My goodness. I told y'all when it get hot and around the holidays, we lose the most people, child. It be the most people leaving this here good world that we live in. It really do. But yeah. But anyway, y'all, that's about it. I ain't got nothing else for y'all right now, child. It's been a day. Yeah, I had to be out here in this heat, running around out there in that daggone heat. That heat take your energy away from you. You just suck it all out of you. So if you got anything to do, don't be out there in that heat. Make sure you got plenty of water. Don't get dehydrated and none of that kind of stuff, child. And stay out of that heat if you don't have to be out there in it. If you got to go to these here grocery stores, child, let the sun set or get up early in the morning before the crowd get up in them stores and go do what you got to do and be done with it. But prayers for that little, the lady down there in Huntsville that lost her life, for her family, child, prayers for them. Prayers up for Miss Denise. And prayers for everybody. Prayers for our the United States, child, and pray that they can get this food up out of here because he needs to go. He just need to go ahead on by his business. But anyway, y'all, that's it. That's all. I ain't got no more. Miss Maria says thanks for dropping in on the live. Help us grow, subscribe, support. Join the squad for $2.99. Until next time, wishing you love, peace, and hair grease. Absolutely. Y'all have a good Monday afternoon. Bye.